Well, somehow the tray in our storage bin got a crack in it, and you can see it right here. And so I don't know how it happened, but in this video we're going to try to pull this out and see if we can fix it. And this took a while to get out, but you can see it's cracked here. Plus there's a bunch of these holes that are cracked and broke where they drilled into the side. So we'll see if we can fix these as well. You know, it's almost to the point where I should just think about buying another one, but I don't know how much these cost and how long it'll take to get. So we'll try to repair it, and if we can't, we can always buy another one. So we're going to start on this big crack here first. And I have this mini weld Model 7 airless plastic welder from Polyvance. That's what I'm going to try to use to fix this. And when they say airless, basically it looks like a soldering iron. However, we have a temperature regulator and we have several different kinds of rods. Now, one thing we have to do is identify the type of material we have. And it appears to be LDPE, which is low density polyethylene. So we're going to go by that notion first and try that repair technique, and if it works, fine. If it doesn't, we'll go on. It looks like somebody tried to put some goop on here to seal this. And since we bought this RV new, I've got a good guess on who actually cracked it to begin with. And since I'm a novice at this, I'm going to do the backside first. And there is a video that comes with the kit. And basically, what you want to do is, this looks like it's LDPE, and so it does seem like it can melt pretty well. So basically what we're going to do is melt both pieces together. And then we'll go over it with this rod and add some more material to it. So then we want to kind of smooth it out. And one thing they keep repeating in the videos, not to put too much pressure on here. And now we will continue on with the front side. And I suppose there is a tendency to overdo it a little bit, but just take your time. Don't press too hard, and don't put any holes through the plastic. Then at some point you'll need to add some material with the rod, as you see here. And again, just take your time and do a little bit at a time. The crack actually repaired fairly well, but the ends here, I got 3 cracks here, here, and there. There's just not enough material there to do a good job. So the next step is you can use some stainless steel and put it in there and then embed that into the crack. So all we're doing is we're not adding any material. We're just taking this different tool and just letting the material melt through the mesh. Now that we have that embedded, man, this thing is all one piece now. Look at that. And I guess I might as well try to fix the front. We got a crack here and some missing material here and a crack here. So we'll try to put some mesh in there and see if we can fix that as well. And in this case, I took some mesh and bent it over and then put it on both the inside and the outside. Actually, I'm kind of impressed on how well this came out. I mean, it's not going to split no more. In fact, I like the way the mesh works so well on the other pieces. I put some mesh on the back of this as well. The only issue is you can kind of cut yourself on the mesh if you don't get it down good enough. And then we want to clean up as much as we can what was left over from the caulking before. And this is going to be a bit of an issue because it kind of went underneath this piece of wood, so I have to try to shoehorn it in there. And I'm going to use this product called Flex Shot. And you know, it's as seen on TV stuff, and that stuff is often gimmicky. But I have to tell you, I'm kind of impressed with this stuff. Now, I've had this for a year, and normally when you have this kind of stuff, you know, the tube gets all clogged up and you can't use it after a short period of time. Well, this was in there a year, and this top of the tube just twists off. So after I twisted it off, this was inside of it. And I just pulled it out of here, put the cap back on, and now I can get more out of it. So, you know, this is kind of cool. And here's a repair job, and you can see it doesn't bend like before. And I mean, it does show, but it showed before anyway too. So, you know, at some point I may just replace the whole thing, but for now it's okay. And we're about done with the installation, and on the inside here I put fender washers around so I don't crack it like it was cracked before. And like with most of my projects, I have a web page that's associated with this repair, and you can get the sources of where I bought all the stuff and the materials and such, and I'll post that link here.